Hello friends, this is Abhinav Jha and today we are going to have a look at our second experiment, and our second experiment is arrays. First question is on merging the two arrays. So here we are considering total of three arrays, one with array of size 5, the second one same as array of size 5, and the third one of array of size 10, so that it contains both the arrays. So here we take the first two arrays as input from the user, and initially we have initialized the count to 0, and we are applying one for loop that will uh, go till the specified length of the third array. So uh, till the index is less than 5, the array 3 will be occupied by the elements of the array 1, and when the index is greater than the 5, the array will be occupied by the elements of array 2, and the count will increment each and every time. So this was our first question, and the second question is finding the second largest number in an array. So initially we take consider array of size 10, and we take the input from the user. So initially we have considered two variables, which is max and second max, which we have initialized to 0. So we'll run another loop throughout the array, and this one this loop will compare each and every element of the array to between each other. So here, as the for loop executes, the each and every element of the array will be compared to max, and that is max which has initially been initialized to 0. So if suppose the first number in the array is 1, so the max will become 1, and second max will become the previous value of max, that is 0. Similarly, this process will continue, and at last, when the process is done, uh, there will be one max number and one second max number, and here we'll just give the output as to system.out.println, the second largest number is second max. So a third experiment here is to modify uh, an element in an array. So here we have considered an array of size 5, and we take the input from the user, and here we apply a we give option to a user, so uh, to modify which index, and here we uh, ask the user as input to give the index. So if suppose the user has entered the index as 5, so we decrement the index here, as you can see, y minus minus. So actually it is the user enters 5, which actually means that the element on index 4 should be modified. So here, after that, we give uh, option so that we can modify the value, and here the in this statement the user enters the value, and here the value has been initialized to that particular index. So our third experiment is array reverse. In this experiment we consider an array of size 10, and we, as usual, we take the input from the user. So initially we consider a variable temp, which is the which starts from the first element of the array, and after that we swap that element with the last element of the array, and the size the size of the array is always decremented. The the next element, the next program is for matrix multiplication. Here we consider two matrices, each of row and column of order n into n. The rows and columns should be equal. So here we take the input from the user of total of two matrices, and we calculate as we follow in normal mathematics. We multiply and add each and every element, and here we give the output of the resultant matrix. Our next experiment is transpose. In this experiment we take input from the user of a matrix, and we display the matrix in such a way that rows appears to be column and column appears to be the rows. So that is the transpose of matrix. Thank you.